At first I was horrified that that could happen, because it always happens to somebody else. It never happens to you. And then I got really angry. Somebody had an iPhone that they had bought on my account, and I was not getting to enjoy that. I really became angry that somebody would spend that much time and energy to do something that was illegal, when they could have put that much time and energy in doing an honest job. So I was pretty angry. I'd taken my dog in to be groomed and had forgotten the checkbook that I usually pay for that service with, so I had to use a different account. And when I went to pay it, the check was rejected, which never happens. So I got to thinking that maybe I needed to check my checking account, because I had a friend who just had her checking account information stolen, and I thought I better just be safe here. So it was about 4:45. I went home, called the bank, and that's when we discovered that somebody had been writing checks on my account. And what they had done is they had apparently gotten my account information and the routing information, and they had created their own checks with their information on it, so that when they passed it off to a business, it looked legit because it matched their photo ID and everything. My thought is that it was somebody in Texas that took the information but then sold it to a ring in California, because all of the checks were written in California, in San Diego, in Chula Vista. There were two different names on the checks. So it was two individuals. They used the same address in San Diego, but just two individuals. So I think it must have been sold to a check ring out there. I think the first thing is to realize that it doesn't always happen to somebody else. It can happen to you very, very easily. I don't write checks anymore. Very rarely will I write a check, because what I'm realizing is that, for the businesses to protect themselves, they're putting every piece of vital information about you on that check. And if somebody takes a copy of that check, they have everything that they need to know. They have your driver's license number, your birth date, your address, your account number, everything. It's very hard to believe, in a town where they say that there's a church on just about every street corner. You just think that things like that don't happen, but after visiting with the fraud detective several times through the course of this 9 months, I'm realizing that it's happening more and more often, even in our little small towns. So, you can't feel safe just because you're in a small town and not in a big city like Dallas or Austin or someplace in California, because it's going to happen. It can happen anywhere.